Hey folks, and welcome to your final fundraising update of fiscal year 2023-24. Here we go. Let's get on into it. There we go. Folks, my name is Will Jones III. I am the Interim Director of Strategy, Contributions, and Communications at NEW. Also on my team is Jess Carmichael, our Communications and Contributions Coordinator, and Ema Johnson, who is a fundraising consultant working with us right now. She's not pictured here, but if you know Ema, say what up to her. And, thanks for all her great help at NEW as well. So folks, yeah, our objectives for today, quick reminder of our goal, last month's contributions and our current status, reminder of why we do a grassroots campaign, and of course, an invitation for you to get involved if you are not already. So here we go, folks. Progress to date. Our total 23-24 grassroots campaign giving goal was about $35,154. In May, we raised about $2,035. So big shout out to all the supporters that made that happen. And we still have $11,348 to get to our goal in this final month. So a pretty big push, folks. A pretty big push. So real quick, before we get into the ask, just a reminder of why is NEW raising money? Some of y'all know us in our our work as an intermediary, as a capacity building organization, where we do provide services for fees to different nonprofits and mission-driven organizations. So why does NEW need to raise money? Well, folks, we are inspiring and equipping mission-driven leaders, organizations, and communities towards a just, thriving Southeast Michigan. That is the vision that we are working towards. One of our region is full of empowered leaders, flourishing organizations, and vibrant communities. And we're doing that in three key ways: nurturing organizations and cultures with our consulting practice, strengthening operations and infrastructures through our managed services, including IT and financial services, and then building power and leadership in the communities that we are serving through our learning communities, cohort-based programs for leadership development, right? And each one of these services is tailor-made for the social sector. Our primary clients, our focus is on the nonprofits that are serving Southeast Michigan, and not just any nonprofits. I mean, we're happy to work with, any values-aligned organizations out there, but we are really centering those organizations that are serving Black, Brown, Indigenous, and people of color communities. We are primarily focused on those who are serving LGBTQIA plus communities and those that are serving disabled populations. So when we take all of that into consideration in the context of, systemic oppression in the nonprofit sector as it is, period, it often means that the fees that we charge for these services that you're seeing on the screen right now are not in line with the true cost. We are a nonprofit, we serve nonprofits, and what that means is that we really don't generate a profit off of our programs and services, right? We need contributions to help fill the gap between what it actually costs our team to provide the services the community needs, and then what we're actually able to charge folks at a way that keeps those programs and services accessible, right? There's no point in us doing it if the folks that we are trying to reach can't participate and take part in that. So your contributions make our programs and services accessible to over 150 organizations each year. You can see some of their logos in the back. Some of them are household names that you're familiar with, like the DSO, right? The Ann Arbor Film Festival. Others are ones that you may not have heard of, right? You might not know the Black Microbiologists Association. You might not know the Washtenaw Justice Project. We are here supporting this net of organizations that keeps our communities together. So how can you get involved? How can you support those organizations that already mean so much to you? Three key ways. One, give a meaningful monthly gift to NEW, right? You can click that link. It'll take you right to the place. Simple and easy to do it. It only takes a couple seconds. Other way is to help get, you can help support new by running a peer-to-peer campaign, encouraging your friends and families to get involved and support new. And then guiding, right? Share some of your successful fundraising strategies with new. I mean, we're all in this together, right? The same way that we collaborate and support each other in our work, we can also collaborate, support each other in fundraising. And if you're curious to know any of the things that have worked for us over the past, months and years, also happy to connect and share, right? So we can do this together. We are who we need. And we know that y'all can help us get to that goal. Now, returning to that goal, $11,000 is a lot of money, right? It's more than we typically raise on a month-to-month basis. We're at the end of the fiscal year, and I know we can do this. And the reason that I know we can do this is because that number is actually $6.88. There are enough people who look at this fundraising update, there are enough people who read our newsletter every week that we could hit that goal with just $6.88 for each of you. I put the math down there so y'all can, double check me on that if you want to. But again, this is not even like the number of people who subscribe. This is the number of people who actually read and get into this stuff. Just takes you. So every dollar that we raise, and as I'm looking at my screen, I'm seeing that some of the text is cut off, so I don't know if that's coming through on y'all's screens, and I apologize for that. But every dollar that's raised, through the end of June is going to support Champions for Change and the Idlewild retreat that we take our fellows on each year. And if you don't know Champions for Change, folks, this is the program in the region that really supports leaders who are committed to racial justice work. Every person that you see in this picture, if you go to our website, you'll see their names and faces up there as well. Each one of these people has dedicated at least 10 months in this journey to strengthening their ability to go out and champion racial justice, not only in their organizations and in their communities, but in every sphere of their personal lives, right? We're giving them the tools, the community, and really providing space for the healing and growth that's necessary in order to really move this work forward on behalf of our community and make this vision real. So if you believe in racial justice, this is exactly the place for you to help put your dollars direct impact into the leaders in our community. Over the next couple of slides, you'll see some detailing of how your dollars can, like what they actually support in that retreat weekend. Invite you to take a look, move through it at your own pace, and get some deeper understanding on, how exactly your dollars fit in. But we really invite you to lean in and to offer at a gift at the level that is meaningful for you. So all of that to say, we have $11,000. Why aren't we just trying to get that money from, a couple of major donors? Because there are people out there that have the means to, make an $11,000 check happen like this. And this is really not only about like our values, but the vision that we're trying to push forward for the community, right? Community serving organizations should be accountable to the community. Okay. And our grassroots campaign, grassroots funding model gives that ownership of our work over to you all. It gives you all power in how we move and make impact, folks. And this is not just about principle, but when new does something that moves in alignment with our values, when we push against the status quo in ways that get us closer to this vision, we become an example. We become a model that other folks can look to and use as inspiration for their own shifts. We have to be the proof that this is possible, that this can happen, that we can be in right relationship with community and as organizations that serve community, that we can be in right relationship with community and depend on the community to validate the work that we're doing. because y'all, not a lot of folks are out here moving like this. These are the values that are uplifting our work. They're the values that are uplifting our approach, and we hope that they resonate and align with you. If you want to learn more, you can click on that link. It'll take you to our website. You can learn all about our fundraising manifesto and our approach. But it's really important to understand that because we're moving in this way, without your investment, without your $6.88 or the $50 that you're willing to donate to ensure that, the Idlewild retreat, all the supplies, that's necessary are there and in place. Without those investments, Champions for Change won't continue to exist, right? There won't be a program to support the racial justice work that we know is so important. These folks are not just hopping on a trend, right? It's not just like cool to do racial justice work anymore like it was back in 2020. But it's still so critical, right? The outcomes that we experience in our communities are still so disparate. We got to move the needle forward, and it's going to take folks like our Champions for Change to make that happen, but they can't do it without your help and support. So click there to donate. It'll take you to our specifically like the Idlewild Retreat campaign page on news website and our Give Lively platform. And I love this picture of Najma, so I have to include it in every slide deck. Before you go, got to give a big shout out to all the folks that supported us in May. Thank you all so much. It's a smaller list of names there, but we still saw, a great month in terms of our grassroots campaign. So thanks a bunch to all of you. Also want to give a shout out to our friends at Zingerman's coming through with another beautiful gift to help support the team in our work. So thank you very much, Zingerman's team as well. And that's it, folks. Thank you so much for your time. We appreciate your support. Looking forward to reporting back on, that we met that $11,000 goal at the end of the month when we connect in July. Otherwise, stay well, stay hydrated, stay cool, and we will see you in July. Take care.